everyone, thanks again for checking out my channel. My name is Jesse Reynard, and today I'm going to talk to you about keeping your gear simple. Cue the intro. Alright, so I'm talking to you today about keeping your gear simple. For me, over the last 8 years of being a photographer, I've switched many different camera systems. So I started with Canon, I switched to Nikon, switched back to Canon, I switched to Sony, switched back to Canon, and now I'm here with a very basic camera kit, and I'm quite happy with that. So for all of you new photographers who might be watching, for the photographers who've been in the industry for a long time, it's still important to keep these things in mind, especially when it comes to shooting content. A lot of the times, especially because of YouTube and Instagram, we feel the need to have all of the newest gear, have all of the different lenses possible that you can have. And half the time we don't really use that gear, and we don't necessarily need it for the type of jobs that we're shooting or the type of photos that we want to capture. So it's really important to just have a very simple camera kit. And this is just my own opinion, but I truly do believe the importance in keeping it simple. And that goes for anything in life, really. But one reason to keep things simple is simply you're not, in the moment when you have a shot that you have to get, you're not going through your camera bag trying to decide out of the 5 lenses which one's going to be the best to capture that shot. And before you know it, you're going to miss the shot that you truly want, all because you've brought too much gear. So let's get down to what I have. So this is kind of like a kit review, whatever it is. But we'll start with the lenses. So I have a 85 millimeter 1.8 Canon lens. I have a Canon 5D Mark II with a 50 millimeter 1.4 lens. And then I have a pretty basic Cameron tripod. It's nothing fancy, has a ball head. It does the trick. And what I'm filming on right now is my GoPro Hero 7 White. And I've been using that for all my vlogs. It's kind of funny. You read the reviews online and people are like, this is the worst GoPro ever because of the settings. But with the recent firmware update allowing you to shoot 30 frames at 1080p, it works for me. So to talk about my gear, so I have one camera body, 2 lenses, and then that's it. Most people associate an 85 millimeter lens and a 50 millimeter lens for portraits, and that's it, which is true. Yes, these are very good portrait lenses. The 85 millimeter at 1.8 is super nice. It has great bokeh. The 50 millimeter at 1.4 is just insane. The sharpness and the bokeh, you just can't get a look like that from any other 50 millimeters at 1.8. But you can shoot these lenses for landscape, you can shoot these for weddings, you can shoot these for like sport events. You just have to get closer to the action, really. I've basically shot a whole wedding on a 50 millimeter, so it can be done. I've also shot mostly landscape with 50 millimeter lenses. Before I had the 1.4, I've had the 1.8 for Sony and Canon, along with Nikon, and I've always shot landscape with my 50 millimeter. It's pretty rare when I go super wide, and you can still go very wide with a 50 millimeter lens. There's just a couple techniques that you have to do. You can stand just far away basically and just capture the scene that way, or you can stitch the images together in Photoshop. So say if I wanted to shoot this entire room on a 50 millimeter, I would focus on whatever I want to focus. I'd switch it to manual focus, shoot it, shoot, and then you just stitch it all together in Photoshop, and then you've got your wide photo with the same depth of field as originally with the 50mm. So yeah, so just keep things simple, everyone. Don't feel the need to go out there and buy all these different lenses because everyone else is doing it. My suggestion would be to buy a good camera body that can handle low light situations, that has pretty good autofocus. My second suggestion would be to invest in better lenses. So instead of settling, say, on a 50mm 1.8, because you're also buying like a, I don't know, the 18-55 or the 24-105, maybe don't buy multiple lenses and just buy one better lens, like the 1.4 or the 1.2, or even buying the 85mm 1.8 or the 100mm. I like sticking with primes. Some people like to have like the 24-70 2.8 because it's so versatile. You can basically use that one lens on your camera at all times and be pretty happy with it because it shoots at 2.8. But for me, I like a challenge, and prime lenses give you a challenge. You always have to think outside of the box when it comes to trying to get a shot, and it's hard to match the bokeh that you get at 1.8 with the 24-70 2.8 or other lenses alike. So my suggestion would just be find a couple very good lenses, save the money instead of having to buy all these different lenses to stay up to date with all the trends. Don't stress too much on having the best camera, because truly your equipment doesn't make you a better photographer. Yes, maybe having a better camera body is going to give you a step up when it comes to technology and autofocus systems, but it's not going to make you a better photographer. It's just a fact. I've learned that over the many years that I've been shooting. Camera equipment doesn't make you a better photographer. Experience and lessons and learning from mistakes will make you a better photographer. Yeah, so that's about it. That's all I have. If you have stuck around to the end of this video, I hope you have. I do have a present for all of you who are watching, so I'm going to give you a free preset. To keep things simple, I find presets also help with that when it comes to your editing and your workflow. So this preset is going to be more designed towards winter or winter scenes or whatever. But yeah, so it's going to be in the link below. Make sure you give it a download. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the bell for future videos. I will be coming out with them twice a week, hopefully. So stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and peace.